Hey guys, how are you? Welcome back. All right, so let's jump on into a quick little read. Again, I am pre-recording these several days in advance because I have lots going on this week. And with that in mind, I always choose at least one winner to get a free reading with me each week. I may have to postpone and do 2 winners next week. If I do that, I'll do those back to back, but I may still get to it this week. I'm just not entirely certain yet. This is a reading that is intended for the 16th, okay? 16th of October. If I'm able to squeeze in a winner, it'll be on tomorrow's video, most likely. So stay tuned for that. But if I can't, I'll let you guys know, and then you know it'll happen twice next week instead. Just kind of depends. Sometimes life gets a little bit busy. And anytime I do a free read, it seems like it takes a full hour for me to do this. So let's take a look and see what the message is. By the way, you guys, to enter to win, I'm sorry, just write the word compassion in the comment section for me. Okay, we have somebody who desires a new beginning, but we have a Wheel of Fortune in the reverse, and then we have the 4 of Coins in the reverse. We want a new beginning, but we cannot move forward until we release this energy of hoarding. I feel like as much as somebody wants something, let's put it this way. If you want something, you have to be able to have your hands free so you can pick up that other thing, right? Someone may be keeping them own selves stuck, even though maybe they want to move forward in life, but they have to first realize that they are the ones that are blocking this. They have to quit being in the stalemate. They have to choose to, like, okay, I'm going to lay down my defenses. Okay, I'm going to invite something else into my life. Okay, I'm going to quit being, this is oftentimes about emotions. It can also talk about money, though. Maybe somebody really wants something, but they just won't invest. Interesting because they have every capability. Whoever this is, they have it right there at their fingertips. They can have this new beginning if they want it. It's absolutely within their grasp, but they have to let go of something else first. And I feel like what they have to let go of is the miserly attitude. If this is all about emotions, somebody has to actually show emotions. They can't keep their emotions all. Ace of Pentacles underneath the Wheel of Fortune. So we've got 2 Aces of Pentacles. This is this Wheel of Fortune is very much about divine timing. There could be like an awareness that has to come out, and it could actually, since we've got 2 aces, one is shown as a masculine, one is shown as a feminine. So I look at that as like counterparts. It doesn't mean that we're dealing with a man and a woman. It just means that energetically, one of the blockages could be that one person wouldn't have been receptive to this person coming in to make them an offer. Therefore, the wheel was still held stagnant because somebody wants to offer something, but they aren't really ready to open up. Well, it was because the other person's ears wouldn't have been open yet to receive this conversation. So it is about divine timing, but it's also about the divine within one another. Interesting. This could also alternately be talking about someone's own personal divine masculine and feminine energy that needs to get aligned. It doesn't have to talk about 2 different people. Tell me about the 4 of Coins. Sorry, guys. I'm still coughing. Okay, we got the 2 of Wands in the reverse. Someone has to decide that they really want to move forward, that they really want to have the success, and that they're really ready to not hold back any secrets. This is like, with the 4 of Coins in the reverse, somebody needs to open up about how much they want this, how much they want to be with this person, how much they don't want to be apart anymore. It's almost like somebody is having difficulty being vulnerable enough to say, I've been watching you from the shadows for so long, and I want so much to see you again. I don't want to just hide behind the curtains and peer around and, like, You know, it's like somebody's been doing that, you know, in their funky retro orange outfit, you know, behind these funky orangey red curtains. No, sorry guys, I just noticed how very retro I am today. This is very much that somebody needs to basically admit, I don't want to be apart anymore. And I really do feel like that with this Two of Wands. This is two people apart. This is somebody who hasn't wanted to admit that they've been lonely without the other, and that they would feel better if they could just fly toward the person that they want, fly toward the success. This could be like a friend who hasn't reached out to the other one to say, I miss you. I know we had some problems, or a family member saying, you know, I miss you. I want to see you. And I haven't been able to find the way to tell you that. But I've done kind of watching and waiting and hoping you'll reach out to me first. Now, let's go back though, because we still need to ask, why did we have, let me get one out of the masculine Ace of Pentacles first though. Tell me about the Ace of Pentacles for the masculine. The Sun. See, somebody's so clear that they really want to be with someone, but we had that bogged down energy, that the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse, until the other person also energetically says, I want to talk to this person, or I too want to have a new beginning. I too want us to hash this out and start fresh. You know, we're going to go with this deck. Tell me about the Ace of Pentacles that's under the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. 8 of Pentacles in the reverse. 5 of Swords in the reverse. Queen of Wands in the reverse. Somebody knows that we have to quit going through the karmic cycle. We have to quit doing this thing that we do. I want to have a new beginning also, but I don't want us to go through any more of this, you know, arguing, one-upping each other, failing to put energy in. This has been a bad cycle where we need to lay down defenses. We need to not put energy into the things that are basically creating conflict. We need to de-energize. I almost feel like somebody wants to like power down or turn off the engine on something that was really noisy and just making tons of ruckus. It's like, let's turn off the noise maker. Let's not put precious energy into stuff that then makes us have to shout over it to hear each other. That's like, whatever the topic is, say this is a situation where you and a good friend, you got into a conflict because you have different opinions about whatever, some belief system. You know, I like lime jello. No, raspberry jello is the only way to go. You know, whatever it was, it could have become contentious. And then it pushed two people apart because all they could think about was that topic about the jello, right? Obviously, jello could be the topic about anything going on in the world today, but there's enough stuff that you can go look up about the world today. I'm not bringing it onto my channel. My channel is a place for human interactions that are positive, not to discuss all the problems of the world, because we need to collectively sort those out, and we don't do that through you know, arguments. And so cooperation, in my opinion, is the only way to solve anything. So that's why I don't bring that stuff up. So we're going to keep it in the context of jello, but you can apply anything else to that word and substitute the word jello for whatever the contentious topic was. And there's a billion of them nowadays. Whatever it was, that is the thing that became the issue that we need to take the energy out of so that we can get past that conflict, so we can get past that cycle. What was that though? It wasn't about jello, obviously. It was something with the Queen of Wands. It could have been about passion. It could have been about the way we interact too passionately. Maybe we're both, you know, headstrong, and we both have strong opinions, and the way the vocabulary we use was inflammatory to the other one. Say it's like, you know, like my brother and I are a prime example. We are super close, and we also are probably the most likely to be adversaries in like the most minute details. We'll agree on something completely, but for slightly different reasons. And that's the part that we'll hash out and hash out and hash out. And it's like, oh my gosh, we are both so convinced that our motive is the more appropriate motive, even though we believe on the same things. So it's hilarious that you can find a way to have conflict even with someone that you totally agree with, at least in my example, right? So this could be a family thing. This could be friendship. This could be lovers. Not everything is about love. Well, I take that back. Everything is about love, but not everything is about lovers. Okay, there. That's a better way to say it. Look, there is a... Sorry, guys. There is a really lovely energy, though, because both people want to interact again. Both people even want to have a fresh start. Both people like each other. Both people care about each other. There has just been this bogged down thing where nobody would lay down, or one person couldn't open up and lay down this, because this could be the offer of, I'm sorry. This could be the offer of forgiveness. This could be the offer of my emotions. If it's a love relationship between lovers, one person needed to feel like they could give the apology or give the love and have it be received. And the other person maybe wasn't ready to until now. It's like both parties had to get into the same vibe where it's like one person was thinking, God, you make me so happy. I miss you. I want to see you. And then the other person had to get to the vibe of, gosh, I wish that I could see that person again. And we could not go into that same cycle of, argumentative and, we're both at odds with each other. I can see where our conflict was. And it's like, as soon as both people click into that, it opens up that door for the individual to come in and actually say, I miss you. I want to open up. I want to really tell you how I feel about this. I don't like being apart from you. I actually want to come back in. I don't want to just keep watching you from a distance. This is all about, I feel like one person did not say how much they've missed the other. I feel like one person was more able, and it could be, I'll just put it in this context, it could be that whoever is representing the divine masculine energy, maybe they weren't even aware that they had always held back saying how much they miss the other individual. And I only say that because they're the ones with the sun. They're the ones where it's been illuminated. Like, oh, wow, I really miss this person. They make me really happy. Maybe they didn't say that before. Meanwhile, the other person is like, I miss this person, but we always wound up having conflict, and I don't want to go back into that cycle. The divine feminine looks like, I don't want this cycle. I don't want to put energy into conflict. And if it's just going to be conflict, then I don't want energy put into it at all. Interesting. Actually, well, since I grabbed this deck again, I guess I'll go with it. The High Priestess. Can I get one more card on the High Priestess? I would normally not return to a deck, but I just did, didn't I? Chariot in the reverse. So interesting. Look at this, flanking either side of it. We have, I want to come forward. That's the truth of things. What's been hidden is that I've had to hold myself back even from coming towards you, right? The Chariot should be movement forward. In the reverse, we're not moving forward. But here's the thing, she's riding on a snail anyway. This is like, the feminine could be a little bit apprehensive of somebody racing in, because it's like, are we going to go back into that cycle? As much as I want to see you, I don't want that cycle again. But it also feels to me like somebody has had to hold themselves back from racing in. That's, I don't know, that's the vibe I'm getting here. That the truth is, or maybe the divine feminine had to hold themselves back from reaching out and saying, I want to see you. I feel like this is two people who wanted to see each other again, but didn't. Neither one was budging. I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it. What is that turning point? What is the turning point? How do we get here? How is it that we suddenly get to this point where we are coming together? Because we are in this. What is the big turning point here? The High Priestess, once again. This time in the upright, there is, I feel like it's all 5D stuff, because a High Priestess can see beyond the veil. she holds, you notice she's got these like blueprints here. I feel like this is simply an energetic thing. I feel like on a certain day at a certain moment, just when one person is thinking of the other and that both of them think the same thought at the same time. Remember, this is all about timing. Maybe at 4 o'clock. They both think something at the same time. And they both go, I miss them. I want to see them. I know why we couldn't get around our problems, but I do know why now. Meanwhile, the other person is saying, I'm positive that I really want to see you again. Man, I'd love to open up. And the other person is thinking, man, I wish they'd open up. And they think that at the same moment. That's what that looks like to me. So the turning point somehow comes when their energy aligns and they both unwittingly, they both send each other the same message. Energetically speaking. Interesting. This is all a 5D. 6 of Staves. I don't feel successful without you. I don't like how things are. I feel like I lost something when I lost your energy in my life. Up until now, I don't think these two have been vibing that way, because this is now the humbleness coming in on both sides. I miss you. I don't feel like my life is the same without your presence in it, because your presence adds something beautiful to my life. But it's so interesting that I feel like both of these people have to think it at the same time. It's a very organic, very the Hermit card in the reverse, Virgo in the reverse. I will say whoever has been more withdrawn might be the one who starts this cascade. But I feel like both of them have been, hiding away from one another. But there has to be a turning point where, look, they've been hemorrhaging like desire to talk, right? This is where we finally listen to our inner self, our inner guidance, and both people feel each other, sense each other. It could be 4 o'clock in the morning. And I only say that because we've got pitch dark here. And, darkest hours before the dawn, that's about 4 a.m., right? Same thing, darker energy on this card, like darker tone. And by the way, the only reason I'm citing 4 is because that looks like the number 4 to me. It's so ornate. Anyway, we've got the 7 of Staves in the reverse. We got the Chariot in the reverse once again. This is where both people want to remove the blockages that they had energetically, emotionally. Chariot. The Chariot it's Cancerian energy. This is the second time we've seen it, both times in the reverse. Both times in the reverse. So we've had the Chariot twice. We've had the High Priestess twice. So much emotional energy that has been out of sync between two people who care a great deal about each other. I love it. I absolutely love it. This is removing all that energetic obstacle, though, and I would almost argue, coming into vibration with each other and going through that portal at the same time. Like, wow, I just really want to see this person. It's almost... we're both reaching a point where I don't even want to talk about the jello that was the issue between us anymore. The only thing I'm thinking about now is I just want to see your face. I want your energy back in my life. And this is not, obviously this is not a story of somebody who was horrible to you, if somebody, was a liar, cheater. I don't read stories about abusive stuff. That's not a place for entertainment. Oh, well, just let bygones be bygones and hang out together again. No, if somebody has been, vicious or terrible to you, of course not. Never be someone's victim. I am staunchly against that. So none of my reading said this would be a situation where two people, they couldn't quite get on track. They were having conflict, maybe conversation didn't flow right. They kept falling into the same patterns and then didn't put energy in, and it was cyclical, always cycles. And we're finally coming out of that cycle because we're finally getting to the point where this is whatever has happened. These are scenarios where we can let bygones be bygones because we didn't have horrible trauma that was dealt to one another in this reading. Okay. So that's the way I'm looking at this storyline. Anyway, it's actually really sweet. It's really nice. It looks like both people energetically connect at the same moment in time with each other. And it brings something into balance, into harmony again. I absolutely love it. I absolutely love it. Anyway, you guys take good care of yourselves, and may you come back into harmony with the people that you love most and patch things up, whether it's a friend or a family member or a lover, whomever it may be. I hope that it's always nice to see when people feel the same about each other. Like, my life is better with you in it. Let's work this out. So take care. Bye, guys.